Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Muhammad Junaid Said. Hopefully you will be fine and enjoying good health in our homes. Today our topic is test based on chi-square distribution. For this, some of the most frequently used tests of hypotheses that are based on chi-square distribution. Here, testing hypothesis about variance of a normal population. Students, now the topic is testing hypothesis about variance of a normal population. First of all, we have a normal population. We have a normal population. We have a normal population and we desire to test a null hypothesis. We desire to testing a null hypothesis, that is, say, variance, which is denoted by sigma naught, which is the null hypothesis. Say null hypothesis which is sigma naught. Class, first of all, we have a normal population which is we are suppose, and then taking the null hypothesis from this population, which is denoted by as sigma naught square. This are given in a problem. Now, to do this, we needed to draw a random sample. Now, class, we taking a random sample from this population. Say the samples are x1, x2 up to so on xn of size small n, and computed the values of sample. Here we are using these samples and find out the sample variance, which is denoted as S square. So find out the sample variance which is denoted as S square. And dear students, we suppose the null hypothesis, we suppose that the null hypothesis which is denoted as H naught, say sigma square which is equal to sigma naught square. This null hypothesis we suppose in a problem which is denoted as sigma naught. If it makes true, if this makes true, this null hypothesis are given in a problem, and we applying the test chi-square and check this null hypothesis is true. If this is true, by applying the chi-square distribution, then the statistics chi-square which is equal to small n s square over sigma naught square. Class, here we are using the formula of biased distribution. When we applying the test of chi-square distribution, normally we always used the formula of for biased test. Then the statistics for chi-square is equal to this, has a chi-square distribution with n-1 degree of freedom. Now class, the format for the test that would have we described here. Now the format for chi-square distribution are, class, when we solve the problem by using the chi-square test, we have follow these points which I am explaining. First point is formulate the null hypothesis, formulate the null and alternative hypothesis about sigma square. Class, normally null hypotheses are given in a problem. Most of problems alternative hypotheses are also described here, but null must described here in a problem. If null and alternative hypothesis about sigma square, dear students, in a chi-square test, we formulate the null and alternative hypothesis always about sigma square, not about the mean, always about sigma square. There are three possibilities. There are three possibilities First one is, if H naught is the null hypothesis, may be sigma square which is equal to sigma naught square, and the alternative hypothesis which is sigma square not equal to sigma naught square. Class, if null hypothesis is this and alternative hypothesis not equal to sigma naught, then this is the one possibility. And second possibility is, if H naught sigma square which is less than or equal to sigma naught square. If the null hypothesis is this and maybe alternative hypothesis is other than this, which is sigma square greater than sigma naught square, which is the alternative hypothesis. And maybe the third possibility is, in a problem, sigma square is greater or equal to sigma naught square, and H1 is the alternative hypothesis sigma square which is less than sigma naught square. These are the three possibilities in a problem for the null and the alternative hypothesis. In the second step, class, we decide about the significance level. Decide about significance level, which is denoted as alpha. Class, normally we use the significance level in a chi-square. Maybe alpha is equal to 0.05 or 0.01. And the third step is, which we adopt to solving the problem by using the chi-square distribution test. The third step is the test statistics to be used. The test statistics to be used as the chi-square n-1, which is the degree of freedom, which is equal to ns square over sigma square. Dear students, I explained already, we use test statistics. Test statistics mean which we have a normal population, and always normal population, for applying the chi-square distribution, and then we choose this population as samples. When we have a samples, and then applying this formula on these samples to find out the chi-square results for biased sample, biased data, which is equal to summation x minus small x bar whole square over sigma naught square, which under H naught has a chi-square distribution with n-1 degree of freedom. In the fourth step is, dear students, we always follow these steps which I am explaining by adopting the chi-square distribution test. In the fourth step is determine the critical region. Determine the critical region, and you know the critical region depends on alpha and the alternative hypothesis. Critical region depends on alpha and alternative hypothesis H1. Dear students, I explained the critical region in the previous lectures when we used two tail test or one tail test, and then we are seeing that the end of the bell-shaped graph, I explain by using the diagram. Dear students, wait 1 minute. Class, in the previous lecture I makes like this diagram for 5% confidence level. Dear students, this is a bell shaped graph, and I say here these are the two tail test, and if we applying the two tail test, then the end points of the bell shaped graph are the critical regions about the sigma. We use this graph by using the sigma, and you know very well, we always find out the null and alternative hypothesis about sigma in a chi-square distribution, not about the mean. So these are the critical regions and these are the acceptance regions, and also says the confidence level. Students, determine the critical region which depends on alpha and H1. Now, first point is A. When H1 is sigma square which is not equal to sigma naught square. Class, I am explained in the first step three cases, maybe three possible cases are here. We adopting one of them for a problem, and here in the fourth step we taking first one is this, first second this, and third this. First we are checking about when H1 is sigma square which is not equal to sigma naught square, the critical region. Then its result is chi square which is less than chi square 1 minus alpha by 2 comma n minus 1 degree of freedom, and chi square which is greater than chi square alpha by 2 comma n minus 1 degree of freedom. This shows it makes a two-tail test. Two-tail, because we have two regions under this null alternative hypothesis. When sigma square not equal to sigma naught square, then we have this region and this region. Here I explained generalized form. When we solving a problem, then you have cleared about all these statements. First possibility is when sigma square not equal to sigma naught square is this for two-tailed. The second possibility is when H1 is sigma square greater than sigma naught square, and the critical region falls in the right tail. Region falls in the right tail, and its value is chi square, which is greater than chi square alpha comma n minus 1 the degree of freedom, which is the significance level and which is the degree of freedom. Dear students, when maybe sigma square is greater than sigma naught square, this is the alternative hypothesis, then the critical region falls in the right of the tail. When we are explaining the bell shape, which is the normal distribution, which is the graph of the normal distribution, and if sigma square about the if the alternative hypothesis sigma square is greater than sigma naught square, mean which is the alternate null hypothesis. If the alternative hypothesis is sigma square greater than sigma naught square is null hypothesis. If sigma square is greater than from null hypothesis, then our critical region falls not on the two-sided but only on right side, mean this is a critical region for sigma square greater than sigma naught square, and whole these shaded black shaded area is the acceptance regions. Region for the point 2. And the third case is when H1 is sigma square which is less than sigma naught square, the critical region falls in the left tail, and its value is chi square 1 minus alpha comma n minus 1 is the degree of freedom. dear students, this is the result for when sigma square is less than sigma naught square, and this is also a one tail test, and here this also a one tail. This is the one tail towards the right side, and this is the one tail towards the left side. In the fifth steps you have to do compute the values. Compute chi square, which is equal to n s square over sigma naught square, from given sampled data. Class, those data which we are selected from the normal population as a sample. By using these samples, find out the chi-square, and in the sixth step, decide. In the sixth step, you have to decision. In the sixth step, you have to decision. You will have to decide either our null hypothesis is correct or wrong, either it is greater than or less than or not equal to. Now example number 17.3 is the variability in the tensile strength of a type of steel wire must be controlled carefully. A sample of the wire is subjected to the test, and it is found that sample variance is s square, which is equal to 31.5. The sample size was n is equal to 16 observations. Now the test statistics that the population variance is 25 against the alternative that the variance is greater than 25. Now dear students, here two things are given. First one is 25% population variance, mean it is a null hypothesis which is 25, and against the alternative that the variance is 25 greater than 25, and its alternative hypothesis is 25% greater than 25, mean sigma is square is equal to 25, but its alternative hypothesis, which is sigma square greater than 25. This is the null hypothesis and it is the alternative hypothesis. Use a 0.05 significance level mean alpha. First problem is this, and second, construct the 95% confidence limit. Find out just like the previous example which are explaining in the last lecture. Construct the 95% confidence limit on the variance in the tensile strength of the wire. First we solve the part A. Here sigma h1 is equal to h1, which is the null hypothesis, sigma square is equal to 25, and h1, which is null hypothesis, which are also given in a problem, sigma square greater than 25%. And in the second step, by using dear students, follow the, and the significance level is alpha, which is equal to 0.05. And in the third step, the test statistics chi-square, which is equal to n s square over sigma naught square with n minus 1 degree of freedom. Dear students, follow the steps of the test statistics which I explained previously, 6 points. Always use when we apply the chi-square test. In the third step, always use the unbiased test formula, which is equal to chi-square is equal to biased formula. Chi-square is equal to ns square over sigma naught square. And in the fourth step, the critical region, and the critical region is when in the first step we adopt two-tailed, when we in the first step adopt one-tailed test, which is sigma square, which is equal to, for null hypothesis 25, and H1 alternative hypothesis sigma square is greater than 25, which is one-tailed test, and its correspondence, the critical region are when greater than, and then in the fourth step we use this formula, chi square greater than chi square alpha comma n minus 1 degree of freedom. In the alpha 0.05 and n minus 1, n is total 16 observations, and 16 minus 1 is equal to 15. By using from the chi-square table, which is given on the book page number 176, I think so. By using the chi-square table, and its value is equal to 25. Class, I again how to check the chi-square table. Its value is alpha is 0.05. See this chart clearly, it's very important. N is 15. Here n is 15 and 0.05. This is alpha, and corresponding 15 and 0.05 is the value 25.00. This is the value 25.0. Now in the fifth step, compute the values by using the formula which are defined in the step number 3, ns square over sigma naught square, putting the values, and we have required result 20.16 chi-square. Students, we have this bell chart, and we see that it is we are seeing that this is a one-tailed test, and this is a critical region from the right side, and this is the acceptance region. Here the 25.0 is the value calculated from the table of the chi-square. I mentioned this value, say this 25.0, but our required result is 20.16. This required result lies in the left side. Here maybe it lies on this 20.16, but this is a acceptance region. If answer comes 26.1, 26.0, then it lies here 26 and this 26 is not in the acceptance, but it is in the critical region. So we reject this 26, but here the result is 20.16. This is in an acceptance region. So the calculated value of the chi-square fall in the acceptance region. So we accept our null hypothesis, that is sigma square is equal to 25. The B part is 95%, find out the 95% confidence interval sigma square which is equal to 25 is given by, dear students, this is the formula for biased, because we are adopting the test of chi-square, and in the chi-square we always use normally the biased formula, and here we are using the data of previous question, so we directly choose for the confidence interval for biased data formula n s square over chi square alpha by 2 comma n minus 1 less than sigma square, and this n s square over chi square 1 minus alpha by 2 comma n minus 1. Now putting the values, 0.05 is the alpha and 15, n is equal to 16, but 16 minus 1 is equal to 15 by solving. Similarly this, and when we solve the values from the table, its value is equal to 27.49, and also this value find out from the table, its value is 6.25 of the chi-square distribution, and putting the values n s square and here n s square also, and we have required interval is 18.3 less than sigma square less than 80.5, hence the desired confidence limits on the population variance are 18.3 to 80.5. Now we are going to another example for chi-square test, which is the example number 17.4. Given that xi are normally distributed and given sample values x bar which is equal to 42, s 5 and n is equal to 20, test the hypothesis that sigma is equal to 8. Here h naught is sigma is equal to 8 are given, and not explaining in this question what is alternative hypothesis. If not explaining the alternative hypothesis in a problem, then you consider must it is not equal to 8, sigma is not equal to 8, and we use two-tail test. If explaining like in the previous question what is alternative hypothesis, then we choose this alternative, but here not explain the alternative hypothesis, then we choose always not equal to 8 using the first possibility which I explained previously. Point number 2, significance level alpha 0.05, normally we use 0.05. The test statistics is this formula, always using unbiased distribution for n minus 1 degree of freedom. The critical regions is, and here we use in the first step two-tail test, and also use the formulas of critical region in the fourth step, also use first possibility, which is chi-square greater than chi-square alpha by 2 comma n minus 1 and chi-square less than chi-square 1 minus alpha by 2 comma n minus 1. Putting the values and then check the result from the table, that this value is equal to 32.85 and this value is equal to 8.91. Ultimately, in the fifth step, chi-square is equal to 7.81. This is the value calculated by manual formula, and these are the values or interval which are calculated from the table values of the chi-square distribution for the critical region. Here when we see this chart, 8.91 and 32.85, these are the values of sigma calculated from the chi-square, and these are the acceptance region and these are the critical region. Here if our answer is lies between 8.19, 8.91 and 32.85 in between, then we say this is an acceptance, otherwise reject. And see, this chi-square 7.81 lies before this 8.91. So we reject our null hypotheses which are selected from the problem. Since conclusion, the computed values of the chi-square fall in the critical region, we therefore reject the hypothesis and conclude that there is no evidence to accept sigma is equal to 8. Now the next problem is 17.5. The manager of a bottling plant is anxious to reduce the variability in the net weight of fruit bottled over a long period. The standard deviation has been 15.2 gn. A new machine is introduced and net weight in grams in randomly selected bottles are these. Would you report to manager that the new machine has a better performance? Dear students, solve yourself this problem. This is just like the previous two problems. It's very easy. Hopefully you understand today's lecture. If you have any problem, then write in the comment box and I will answer. Okay, Allah Hafiz.